Hi, I'm Sheri Ann Richerson from experimentalhomesteader.com, and I'm also the author of the Complete Idiot's Guide to Seed Saving and Starting. And I thought I would talk a little bit today about different types of seeds that you can buy, because all of us that are planting a garden are in the process or have already purchased our seeds for this coming gardening year. And there are 4 different types of seeds that you may have seen and not have understood the difference between them. So I wanted to talk about that today. And I do invite you to leave questions below. If I don't get to them in the broadcast, I will answer them afterwards. The first type of seed that I want to talk about is open pollinated seeds. Now, these are seeds that have been made by natural crosses. Okay, such as when a bee, a bird, a butterfly, or even the wind causes 2 different types of plants to cross. And open pollinated seeds are actually my favorite next to heirloom seed. Now, heirloom seed is open pollinated seed. The difference between heirloom seed and open pollinated is that heirloom seed is over 50 years old. These are the seeds that may possibly be becoming extinct, but they are really great seeds. They are not as perfect in what the plants that not the plants, but the fruits and the vegetables and the flowers that they produce as hybrid seeds. However, they are open pollinated. They have a lot of genetic diversity that we really need to preserve, and they are definitely a great choice for your garden, especially if you're going to save your own seed, which adds... Hi, Kathleen. Thanks for tuning in. Anyway, if you're going to try to save your own seeds and have seeds that come from your garden that are hardier and more pest resistant, I suggest you start with heirloom seeds, or at the very least open pollinated. Now, the next type of seed is hybrid seeds. These come from an intentional cross by man. They are done for specific characteristics, such as they may take 2 tomato plants and cross them to get a little more cold hardiness, a little more uniformity in the way the tomato looks, things like this. Hybrid plants do not come true from seed. If you save the seed out of your garden, you may not get the same plant when you plant those seeds as what they came from. So you need to be aware of that. With open pollinated seeds, you're going to get pretty much the same thing. Now, you may have a little diversity, but hybrid seeds, you can get the mother plant, you can get the father plant. So you just don't know. Now, the last type of seed that I want to talk about is GMO, or genetically modified organisms. I do not like GMO seeds, and I do not plant them in my garden at all. I know they're all around me, so I know there is a chance of cross-pollination, especially with plants like corn that are wind-pollinated. Genetically modified seeds, or GMO, are laboratory altered. That means they have had things such as maybe cold hardiness from a fish that have been injected into that seed's DNA inside of a laboratory. Now, these are also your Roundup Ready seeds, and I know a lot of people think GMOs are great. I really encourage you, if you think GMOs are great, do your research, please, because that is not the way of the future. What we need are these open pollinated heirloom seeds, and we need people to be growing these and saving the seed in their own garden so that our genetic diversity continues to exist. Because if you look back on history, such as the potato famine, when you look back on that, when you're growing the same variety of potato, tomato, it doesn't matter what it is. When you're growing the same variety and some kind of disease wipes it out, you've lost everything. If you're growing a diversified crop, such as I always grow blue potatoes just because I like them. So if I have blue potatoes and say the rest of potatoes are wiped out here, more than likely my blue potatoes are going to be okay. Okay, the same way with growing different types of corn. I encourage you, don't grow the exact same variety of plant in your garden. If you're growing corn, grow 2 or more varieties. If you're growing tomatoes, grow several different varieties. This is really, really important for our diversity and to make sure that you get a crop in the event that something should happen, because you never know. We had tomato blight here. We've had it a couple years, really bad. Most of the tomatoes in the community was wiped out. My heirloom tomatoes were just fine. I did not lose a single plant, not one. The other thing that I really encourage you is to go organic. Really important. And use compost to build your soil. 3 inches, if you put it down in the spring, it's not only going to keep your plants happy with nutrients, but it's going to keep the soil cool. It's going to do so much more for you than any type of chemical fertilizer that you can put on your crops. And like I said, growing organically, when you save those seeds from your open pollinated heirloom seeds, or even just the open pollinated ones, when you save those seeds, you are really doing yourself a favor, because the plants you grow from those seeds next year, I guarantee you, they're going to be better plants. They're going to perform better in your garden, and it is so, so worth it. So as I said, if there are any questions, please leave them below. Again, my name is Sheri Ann Richerson. I am the author of The Complete Idiot's Guide to Seed Saving and Starting. I also blog over at experimentalhomesteader.com, and I've been doing a series over there on growing tomatoes. I have some other stuff too. We're kind of doing a revision of the blog and changing some things around. But definitely anytime, leave me questions. I want to thank all of you for watching, and I hope you have a fantastic evening.